What's going on today, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. So today I'm actually at my dad's 6.4 again, and actually I'm going to talk about like 6.4 liters versus 6.0 Powerstrokes. So both of these trucks are arguably like the worst diesel engines like probably ever made, which I mean according to some people, but our experiences with them weren't that bad, which I mean the 6.0 was pretty bad for us. And also, like this 6.4 liter has done really well, and a lot of people say that the 6.4 liter is a lot worse than the 6.0 is, but that isn't really the case for us. But also, the truck did have the motor replaced at 10,000 miles, if that tells you anything. But I mean, this truck has been really good to us, like I said in the last video. But also, like when the 6.0 was running, it's also been a really good truck for us as well. The first thing that we considered when we both bought our trucks was the price and everything, which my dad paid $16,000 for this truck, and I'd say that paid off pretty well. And like he got an insane deal because he bought it in 2015, so that would have made this worth around like $22,000, I'd say. So I actually found this truck for him. I found it through Car Gurus. So, I mean, I'm always on the search for, like, new trucks and new cars or whatever, just to kind of look around. But, like, when my dad called me one day, he's like, hey, I'm looking for a new truck. Go on whatever website you go on and find me a new truck. And so I found him this one, and he went and test drove it and bought it that same night. When I bought the 6.0, the original price was like $18,300, and there's no way I was gonna pay that, and that's just way too much money. But I ended up paying, I think, the same price for this truck, and honestly, like, it wasn't like the best financial decision that I've ever made, but like it's opened up a lot of doors for me, so I'm not complaining about that too much. But anyway, so whenever I was considering buying my truck, I was like, what's the biggest bang for my buck? And I kind of neglected to look for certain things, and because I was like, oh, it's bulletproof, it's fine. And sure was I wrong, but I mean, overall, like, my experience with having the truck has been like, I'd say 9 out of 10. So like I've literally learned a lot through that truck and learned a lot through driving it. So and same for this thing. Like, I probably wouldn't have bought that truck if it wasn't for my dad buying this truck first to introduce me to diesels. I've always liked diesel trucks, but I never thought I'd like drive one because, you know, they're a little bit more expensive. They're a little bit more expensive to maintain, and I don't know. But now that I own a diesel, and I think it's hard to go back to a gas. So, I mean, I'd still consider buying a gas truck, but I don't know. I'm kind of too far into it right now. But because I'd like to own a duramax, I'd like to own a Cummins. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Also, like, everything is beefier on this truck. So the 6.4 liter is definitely a lot beefier than my 6.0, and like the transmission still shifts great. Like, I mean, it's almost like perfect. So but my 6.0 is kind of slipping a little bit, but it's doing a little bit better now, and it has a really bad torque converter shudder. So for the most part, the transmission on this truck has held up a lot better than my truck has. But also, I don't know if the guy who owned it before me like took it to the drag strip every weekend or street raced it. I don't know. I know I haven't done any of that, so I don't know. Just never know. But this truck before we owned it was strictly a work truck for an oil company, and I mean, it isn't the prettiest truck in the world because if you like sit and look at it, you'll like notice little imperfections on it. But I mean, it's a work truck. It's fine. Another obvious difference between my dad's truck and my truck is his truck is a crew cab long bed and my truck is a crew cab short bed. So, I mean, it makes the driving experience a little bit different, but overall, it doesn't really make it too much different. But I do have to say, like, the turning radius and everything on both trucks, absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. But, I mean, it is what it is. You learn how to drive it. You learn how to just get used to it. So, I mean, it's not bad. Another thing that's different with this truck than my 6.0 is this truck definitely has a lot more power than mine does. And also another thing that helps it out is he has a switch on the fly tuner, and I just have my tuner is not switch on the fly, which kind of, you know, it's kind of irritating. But I mean, overall, it's not too bad because, you know, I don't need to change my tune all that much. As far as the interior goes, I actually really like the 2008's interior a lot more than the 2004 to actually, mine is a 99 to 04. Like, so my truck is an 04, so it has the 99 to 04 interior. And I'm not really a big fan of that interior, but I mean, it's all right. And then, so from 05 to 07, they changed the interior, which, I mean, it just made it look a little more updated. But what I like about this 2008 is the interior is actually, like, pretty modern looking. So, I mean, I really like it. Like, everything in my truck is all rounded and everything. And this one, I like how it has, like, some square edges and everything. And it just makes it look a little bit more rugged. So lately, I've been trying to post a little bit more consistently because, like, 2 weeks ago, I didn't post at all because I was super busy with other things. And I was also sick. But I'm trying to keep on a consistent schedule and, like, stick to it. So, I'm just trying my best, and, like, hopefully you guys enjoy the videos because I'm still going to crank them out no matter what. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day.